So I'll start with a formal welcome here, Gauri, so that it just sets the context for us. So I want to thank you, Gauri, for being part of this thought leadership series. I actually want to call it the force multiplier series because I see you as a woman in that space, and not just as a woman, but I say a human being in that space, right? I see from the kind of background that I've understood of you so far, I think you are the right force multiplier that can make a big difference to this world. So I want to welcome you here, and I want to have a good conversation for the next 30 minutes with you.
Thank you so much, Vipriya. And what you call as force multiplier, I call it as possibilitarian. So we keep on creating possibilities for ourselves and everybody else around us. Thank you so much for this series, because I think such conversation inspire others, give guidance to others, because when we listen to somebody else's conversation, we get these things too. So a great step. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let me start off with a very interesting question, Gauri. I hope it's interesting because it was interesting when I thought I should ask you this. You know what? Everybody have some life inflections, right? That provide them some valuable lessons for the rest of their life. Can you tell me 3 stories, Gauri, that from your life, which others can learn and they can grow?
So first one takes me to my childhood days, and that's about my most important value, which is respect for self and others.
Okay.
So I come from a family from Eastern UP. You know, women are not educated there. They are not very well respected.
Okay.
Despite all this, and my mom is just 8 pass. Despite all that the kind of aura that she created and the kind of respect that she earned from everybody around us gave me this lesson that I need to respect myself first. Beautiful. So that came in very easily to me. What took time was respect for others. So we used to stay in a factory. I was in a small village, and there were people around who would come to work there. And I would be like, I was third child, the most pampered one. So I would not behave with them well. Okay. So this is around 10 years of age, and I misbehaved with house help. And my mom saw this and she told me, you should not do it. Everybody should be respected no matter where they come from. Correct. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I did it second time. She explained it to me again. And third time when I did it and she caught me, she taught me this lesson in a very different ways. So she started disrespecting me. Now, a child at the age of 10 could sense it that she is being disrespected. And that gave me a lesson that if I, at this age, think that I am disrespected, that too from my mom, correct, think about others who are not directly related to you and who are older to you in age. Correct. And since then, this lesson of respecting others has come to me, and I live my life surrounding it. And that's where the respect for time also. And we discussed it in the beginning that I am really feeling terrible because I had to make you wait. So that's how the story of respect for self and other comes into.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anything else, Gauri, after in the latter part of life, any stories there in the other inflections?
Sure. So this second story is about asking for help. And I had this super women syndrome and thinking that I need to do everything. That's how the upbringing has been. I have seen my mom doing everything. And here when I got married and I restarted. So I have had 2 breaks in my career within first 4 years. Okay. And then my bundle of joy was born, and then another break, and I came to Mumbai and I started working. Okay. As long as I was not working, I was managing everything and it was easy. But when I stepped into this world and for a village girl coming to Mumbai, adjusting to this place and entering into local train, that was another thing. So too much was happening at the same point of time. We being a nuclear family, there was no one to take care of my daughter. So I would always be in rush, constant rush. True. Leave, drop her, pick up her, and then come home, do things. in this period, the whole period, I never went or reached out to my husband and sought his help. And I always thought that he should come forward and he should help me. Why should I need to ask for help?
Correct.
But then he also saw the same thing at his place because his mother was not working and everything was being done by her. So he never realized that there is this change. And few years down the line, as I started getting wiser, I started asking for help. And then he told me once, you never asked for it, and that's why I couldn't realize, because this is how my upbringing also is.
Correct.
So ask for help is another thing which I learned in my journey. And this is kind of like you are staying in the same home, you still think somebody would know.
Correct.
But don't rely on this intuition that other person should know, because they have their own stories, they have their own way of living.
Correct.
And that's how they look at life. I call it mental models.
Correct.
So I created a new mental model by asking for help, and he created a new mental model by offering help.
Correct.
So
Correct.
that is another thing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Anything from the space of work or anything recently in the last 1.5 years, we've learned a lot. Anything stood out for you as a story there, Gauri?
Yeah. So this story is about making mistakes and thinking about them for a very long time, mulling over them for a very long time, and not taking action. So something happened, and not currently, but I'm bringing it from my previous assignment. That something happened, and I submitted a proposal to board, and the proposal got approved. But the way I explained, they misunderstood. And when the approval came, we were shocked that we didn't ask for this approval, and this is totally different from what we asked for.
Correct.
Now, I had two ways to go from here. I could have just lamented that why did I do, and it's board, right? So you have your impression to carry, and you think you are representing your department to board, and you will do a mistake like this.
Correct.
And I thought about it in the beginning, but then I thought if I have to move forward, I need to take this call. I went to board, I explained this to them and got that changed. What lessons I got from here is you can continue to look at your mistake, and then next time you will not have confidence to present yourself, or you can accept that you are not perfect, nobody is perfect, and you continuously work on your improvement, not taking yourself too seriously. So that's the lesson, that you should not take yourself too seriously, that you were amongst your peers, you were with your manager, your CEO, and it still happened. Okay, it happened, next time I will improve. So that's another thing that I would like to bring.
Beautiful. That talks about taking responsibility, but also not feeling bad to showcase vulnerability, and then use that as a tool to move forward, right?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.